Well, look at that, Lars. Like no full intro and the songs and all that kind of stuff, and like 2, 3 minutes and waiting for people to come on and get a part of the show. We're just like getting right in
I
it
mean, I
right
wasn't
now.
expecting that. I didn't know it was going to happen.
Yeah,
So
we're
there
like,
you
I thought
go.
I had 10 minutes of like some fluffer stuff for people to jump in and jump out. But here we are. We're live. It's the Christmas Light Installers Mastermind. It's always Wednesdays at 3 p.m. And speaking of always, I'm always with my beautiful wife, Laura.
Hello. Happy pre-Memorial Day weekend.
Is it Memorial Day weekend?
This weekend.
What are we doing this weekend?
I have no plans.
I know what we're doing today. We're talking about photo renderings. And, you know, if you don't have a photo rendering versus if you do have a photo rendering, it makes a big ass difference. And there's different ones. And we actually chose Strandr last year after speaking with Matt from Strandr, and we used it for every single job last year. Even though we're really proficient with photoshopping, it was just so much easier and so much faster. And here we are in season 2, looking about 2026 and how to elevate your business, and that's what we're all about. But speaking of which, let's bring up the man himself, the
Yes.
star of the show today. It's Matt Staton. What's up, dog?
What's up, man? How you guys been? It's nice being back.
Yes. Now, last year was the first year for Strandr, and I think you just rolled it out into the market. What was that, like in October or September? You were
man,
just like introducing
yeah.
it.
First customer was in July of last year.
Oh, July.
I knew nothing about the industry. Like I said last year, the only reason I got involved in the industry is because my son was an installer. I was watching him do what he does, and it was just crazy complex. And he was taking pictures on his phone and drawing squiggly green lines. There was some other software that I felt was too robust. But I didn't know the difference between a C9, a C7. I didn't know people called C7s minis and all this different things. I didn't even know the difference between permanent light and Christmas light, right? So last year, I actually, you were the first person in the industry that I spoke with. Like I like to make connections and build relationships, and you had kind of helped me along my journey. So thanks. But last year was that first customer, and then it was just listen to your customers and see what features make sense for them, learn as much as I can about the industry, ask experts like yourself, and here we are a year later and 1,700 contractors using Strandr later.
Awesome.
Yeah, because you were like very transparent about it. I told a couple people this. I was like, dude, if you follow him like on Facebook, like his personal page, like every single week you're like, okay, I just got 2 more customers and this is how much annual revenue that I've created with Strandr. And you were updating that like every time it needed one, but quite frequently. It's like, dang. But it was like a smaller number, and then by the end of the season, it was over $100,000 of annual recurring revenue. I was like, wow.
Yep.
That was like in a few months, really.
It obviously you guys know the seasonality with Christmas lights and even permanent lights, right? It's insane because I could look at my Google Analytics account and I could see, a tiny few handful of people doing, a July. Then you keep moving through September, October, November. I was surprised at how many users were still using it late into December, 2 weeks prior to Christmas. They're still cranking out designs. And there was even some residual traffic, I think, that carried over into January, mostly from people who do permanent lights, because Strandr could be used for both permanent lights and Christmas lights. But a really interesting trend to watch develop and learn so much in the last year.
Yeah. Laura had some questions. She wanted to know.
Where do you think Strandr will go in the next maybe 5 years? Let's say 5 years.
Oh gosh, so it's insane, right? So one of my biggest gripes about other tools that I've seen is that they get too bloated and they try to do everything, right? But you want to listen to your customers and you want to give them what they want, but you have to understand, like, does it fit the vision, right? Not only the vision, but the needs of the masses. So somebody goes, oh, I want a purple elephant doing a backflip. It's like, yeah, you're one person. No offense. We're not going to do it. Go find a different software. You have to protect the masses, right? So as I literally created a backlog of all the things that people were asking for, including Mr. Ron here.
Yeah.
It's like, hey,
I demand shit.
No, but there are things that like I will talk to my customers and I'll be like, okay, cool. Somebody wants 16:9 aspect ratio, Ron, and I spend time. I will have phone calls with them because I'm like, well, help me understand why you want this. Where do you want it? What's the use case? Because I want to make sure that Others might want it as well, but additionally, like if we add it as a feature, that it's not just gets in the way, right? So does it get in the way? Does it not get in the way? I think to answer your question, Laura, I think that the biggest enhancement that will differentiate us between anyone else in the marketplace is probably within the next 30, 60 days, we're going to be layering in, we're going to do a soft beta on it first with a handful of users. We're going to be layering in the ability to take the Strandr design you put together and enhance it with AI, with Strandr AI, that will make it look more photorealistic, right? So you can take your design, so it's going to know. I've been training models to basically say, hey, here's where I place the things, here's where I place all my decorations, make this look more photorealistic.
Yeah, put some snow on the ground and stars in the sky kind of stuff.
It completely strips that background. It's interesting. I hadn't thought about the snow. That's interesting. And then I wonder if people in Texas would be like, no snow.
Yeah, unrealistic in Texas. But other people say, I want snow background. I want night, whatever.
100%. I had it, and this is why I have these conversations, right? Because you can make a snow option, right? So AI enhancement's huge. Other things that people have been asking for, and it's, again, I don't want to be this tool that does it all, right? There's a lot of people who already have CRMs, and I'm looking at CRM integrations, but I don't want to be a CRM, right? There's the ability to send invoices or quotes, right? And it's like, how far do, like, I was sharing with Ron, and he shared some things with me. I was like, okay, here's a free tool that can help support them where they're at in their journey. That's kind of tool agnostic. So if it's like, hey, this can help you put together a proposal really quick that includes Strandr images, right? Cool. And some of these tools, I'm ultimately, Laura, is I'm trying to build an ecosystem to help support the Christmas lights, kind of community, and as well as permanent lights. So one of the things that we just launched was lightslocal.com. Contractors can get a free listing there, and it'll give them more visibility within Google and Bing and all that, including within AI search engines, so to speak, right? So I'm trying to build this community that is very cyclical, not only help you create the designs, but get you more traffic. So you need more designs. I have a vested interest in that, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So he's talking about this deal right here. Yeah, you can get a free quote. You just put your zip code in there, and then you want Christmas lighting, and then. Oh, okay. So that's how it works, right?
And if you go to the bottom of that page too, and you don't have to, but the point is we have contractor listings that are searchable as well. There's pages, so basically directory type style. Think Angie's List, Home Advisor, things of that nature. If you go to the bottom, I think in the very bottom row to the far right, it says Christmas light contractors near you, or Christmas light pros near you.
Oh, are you a contractor? Get your free listing.
Keep going down a little bit more. You'll see it. But anyway, click on
services, Christmas
the
light.
very bottom. There's a whole bunch of services listed in a row by state. See where it says find permanent pros near you, or find far right. Down a little bit, down.
Find right here.
Yeah. So there's a permanent light one and a Christmas light one. So put in my zip code 44077, and you'll see my son's listing, right? So this is a listing that he can include his logo. So you can see Brightify is at the top. Go ahead and click on his listing where it's a pro listing. It has his logo. It has pictures of jobs, etc. So you can get a free listing for your company, right? And then we have a pro listing if you want to enhance that listing. But the point is it gets
if you
it out.
actually want the phone to ring, there's a price for that.
100%, right? We all work for something. Nobody's installing Christmas lights or permanent lights for free.
Yeah. But so you can get the leads, and then when you get the leads, you can show them how to do the photo rendering, so you have an ecosystem going.
That's where I'm going with this, is trying to provide as much value as possible. Somebody once said, like, if the fastest way to $1 million is to help 1 million people. And it's like, interesting, right? Like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, there's different ways to break it down. Like, what was it? If 10 people paid me $1,000,
yes,
1,000 people paid me $10, it's the same thing.
Yes, I think Jack Canfield did that one to me a long time ago. I was like, I think he was trying to raise $100,000, and he broke that down to whatever he needed. He's like, I would just need to sell this many instead of 1 million, right? 100%.
Yeah. Well, that's what you say when you sell smaller tickets, like people who are in the pressure washing business. It's like, you can make good money, but you got to do way more of those driveways and sidewalk washes to equal this number. So you're going to be busy, very, very heavy on the service. Or like another business like that was the people pick up dog shit, like doggy duty.
Yeah.
But you're like doing like landscaping, like mowing people's grass. You're doing like
Yep.
$25, and I'll clean up all the dog shit in your yard or whatever, put it in the back of my Toyota Corolla, and just go to the next house.
Yep.
It's a whole thing. But you're talking about thousands of customers and like a route, like it's a whole big thing.
I kid you not, Ron. My first official business that I started when I was, 2007, 2008.
Yeah.
At the time, I'm selling insurance over the phone at a company called insurance.com. And I read this story out of this guy from Dallas, Texas, who was cleaning up dog shit for people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, it ain't any worse than selling insurance over the phone. So I created a company called Poop Patrol. The website was pooppatrol.net.
Oh, okay. He got Poop Patrol.
I kid you not. And I started it, but I'm up in here in Ohio. We catch on like last, right? So literally I had one customer, but starting that business taught me web design. Starting that business taught me marketing. Starting that business taught me SEO, paid search, etc. So even though it failed and I only got one customer, I spent like $300, made a sale for $30 for a one-time clean. and I literally kid you not, my first business was shit. Literally.
Yeah, you're not the only one. Like this is we have Doggy Poo Patrol, Pup Poo Patrol, Austin Poop Patrol. I mean, they got the dog shit cleaning up business is a real business.
I kid you not, man.
A huge business, I should say.
I use it here at my house. We have 2 golden retrievers, and if I don't have to pick up shit, I pay $20 a week. They haul it away for an extra $4. Great upsell, by the way. Right?
Yeah,
That's it in the garbage can.
Sold.
I'll gladly pay $4. Take it, please.
Yeah, put it in the back of your F-150. I got it. Yeah, $4.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
And especially like if you're about to have like a party, like Memorial Day weekend, we're packed up. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So.
Yep.
Have the dog take shit in the neighbor's yard for the next 2 days.
That's great.
No, well, I even went down through because we had someone that was going to do that. Because when you have people who have, when you're in the Christmas business, we have like probably about 25 people working for us. And then when the season ends, they don't want to stop working for us. They're like, what else can we do? And you're like, well, with your skill set, unless I want to go back into roofing, I mean, there is some stuff that people can do with smaller, low competency skill sets, that they could, a lot of people like, they don't want to work for Walmart and, places like that. But, these are great for people like, picking up doggy duty. I mean, it's a great company, but I don't know, man. It just, at the end of the day, when the guy doesn't show up, then I got to go out there and do it. It's like, nah, I'm good. Good.
Do you guys have those people who come and wash your garbage cans for you? Like they come quarterly and power wash your garbage cans so they don't smell
you're talking
anymore?
about like in the city. We live in the country.
Yeah.
There's no
okay.
We have dumpsters, and the guy and he makes like big ass rivets in your yard. Yeah.
The once a week dumpster patrol.
Hey, that
Don't have
works.
any, but yeah, in the city they do that.
Yeah, like in the city folk do that. We country folk, dog.
You guys just burn it all, I'm sure. No.
Yeah, well, you burn the boxes and the tree branches because every day there's a fucking tree branch that fell or something, right?
Ain't there?
Yeah.
I mean, when you got a forest full of trees, there's always one that fell here and there. And they do make a sound when they fall, I can tell you that. So anyway, let's talk about we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. So you have the business directory, got that going, and then Strandr. I think your buddy Ron was talking to you about some improvements, and you try to give me that bullshit about, well, there's a couple other people that talked to it, and we tabled that one, and it's on the back burner of the who gives a shit about it and all that.
So I will say you were the only one who asked for it. Well, there was 2 issues with Strandr. One is last year when you would export designs, because everyone uploads different size photos, right? So when you're uploading a different size photo, because some people will take them horribly vertically, and other people will take them intelligently, horizontally, portrait, landscape, and depending on what you took, depending on when you took the picture, there would be like white sides, and people would complain about white sides, and what they really meant, well, we fixed the white side issue, so that's just fixed no matter how they upload photos.
Automatically crops it.
100%. We automatically crop it. So what you upload is what you get out. However, the enhancement, so it's hard to communicate what you don't know, right? I would venture to say that, including myself, no other contractors knew what the hell 16:9 and the benefits was. They understand cropping, right? So what I do is I send out an email to everyone, and they get mad because I spam them. But I'm like, hey man, like, would you want this feature? And if you want to reply, and if I get enough replies, I
Yeah,
build it,
who
right?
who replied to that? Because I got that email. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm the one that told you about this.
Oh no, I email everyone, and you'd be
I know it was a
amazed.
group email.
I was shocked as shit to see how many people were like yes, and it wasn't necessarily the 16:9 aspect ratio, because they don't know what that means, and I don't know. Hell, I didn't know what it meant, which is why I jumped on the phone with you. It's like, Ron, are you posting it on social? You're like, man, sometimes I just need to crop exactly what I want to crop, and I was like, oh, I get it, right? Like you had to dumb it down for Matt. And then once I emailed everyone and 9,000 people were like, yes, I want that too. Everyone and their mom loves it. So it's super great.
Yeah, well, we made some decent. Like, Laura, tell me about why we would want it in the landscape image or 16:9 ratio.
So that's how we always send it to our clients. And some
Yes.
of our, like when we're in our speed time where we're like cranking out 30 estimates a day, I don't really care about the white sides. It's just getting them out. But when I'm doing
I mean, I care,
commercial,
but it's not like a deal breaker.
it's not a deal breaker. But when I'm
Yeah.
doing my commercial estimates, then I want them all to be uniform and the same size and no
Well-
white sides. And
Well, the problem, like I explained to Matt, is you enter the address, boom, it automatically populates a Google Street View or real estate listing or something, and then you take your snipping tool and you snip out that house or whatever the best angle, or if it's a corner lot, lets me move the map over so I can get a good picture that has the front and the corner so I can have that good starting block. But when you snip it, you don't snip it in a perfect landscape image. You snip it just in whatever kind of rectangle you make. But when you put it into the system, it's like, show me what a landscape image is so I can fit this and I know what's going to be exported, and this other shit is just extra. Or I can, crop it to whatever I want in the image that's going to be downloaded. That was like the major thing. And talking to Matt about that, it did take about maybe 10 or 15 sentences, but we finally got on the same page.
Yeah. 100. I'm glad you were persistent. So I felt the pain as a user when I was helping my son put together proposals, which is what you were saying, Laura, because now I have one proposal that looks like, I had 4 images in a proposal. It was like one was here and one was here and one was here. And it didn't look, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it should be presentable, right? And I was like, this is what the fuck Ron's talking about. So
Well, that and you
Yeah.
put your let me pull up Strandr, but before I do, check out this little image. No photo rendering. They got the job. Yeah. I mean, that is so true. It is so true. It is so true. Let's pull up this Strandr right here and let's see some new features that Matt got. Laura, do you want to drive and show how fast you do an estimate? Or I can do it. I can do it. So look, this is what Strandr looks like. So if you're looking at Strandr, if you go back, if I go back one, you
Ron
just
is very
basically,
slow,
you're
so.
in this kind of dashboard is what it kicks you out to, and then boom, launch the Strandr app, and this is what it looks like. So basically, if you're going to click a picture, I'm going to show you how fast I can do it. I haven't done one in months. Let's see here, house image.
So it's interesting because a lot of people didn't realize that they can go to Google or like Zillow or any of the other real estate websites and get houses. They were having their customers text them pictures of their houses. And I'm like, just go to Zillow that had like a professional photographer take a picture of the house. Now every once in a while the house is positioned weird or there's trees blocking it or whatnot. It's like, no, go to Zillow and use that image.
Right. Well, most of the time those are already landscape cropped correctly.
Yep.
But anyway, so this one you can tell it's a square.
Yep.
Anyway, so once you're on here, basically you just go into like pick what colors you want. So you want red. What is this? White.
Yep.
Let's say red, white, and blue, and then it's got the. Oh, it doesn't have the new feed. Okay, so anyway, so you go straight, and then
if you select 2 colors, you'll see the patterns. So if you wanted to do three red, 3 white, you can do it. So you can't do that with 3 colors, but you can do it with 2 colors. So if you unselect the blue and just do red and white, you'll see this.
And then you can go down here and you can make the house darker, and you have the lights on it. You can say, man, these bulbs are too small, and you can increase the bulb size. You can increase the spacing. And you can see like kind of what it's doing. So that was the cool part I thought about Strandr. But you said there's the new features for
So what's neat is there's a couple different things. You can select all of those if you just trace a box around them. You can actually select all of them, and you could change the bulb size, spacing, and pattern even after they've been placed, which you couldn't do last year. So if you go
Yeah.
ahead and draw, you
yeah.
got to go to draw mode. And then, now you're doing 2x2. Now, let's say you can just draw a box around those two to select them, or all of
Yeah,
your bulbs.
edit.
You can edit the previously placed strands, which saves you a lot of time, right? If you're like, oh, I want to see what
Yes.
that looks like 2x2. I want to see what that looks like smaller. I want to see what that looks like with more bulb spacing. Just select the strands that you want to adjust, and you could tweak it all.
And then there was like I haven't used this in a while. Oh, the curve.
Curve,
Yeah, you
yeah.
do the curve and you just draw a
Yeah.
line right there like that. And then the cool part, like if for those who don't, like if you were going to come on the brick like this, and then the brick like this, and then you're going to do these two straights. I mean, it's fairly simple. Like you can do it while you're on the phone with the customer. And if you can't do it while you're on the phone with the customer, you need to find a better system that you can do it while you're on the phone with the customer. It has to be super easy.
Yeah, and we've improved the usability on the iPad or other tablets significantly, so they're going to get better designs, right? Like the smaller the device, it's not going to work on a mobile device, but if you're on a tablet, it works exceptionally well.
Yeah, and then let me go through because I'm like this. I just want to finish where I started. Then you said you can click the whole entire thing in a second, but I want to show you something else that's super cool. The thing that really got me was the frickin' bushes, because when you go into like a draw and you're on, let me see,
The shrubs up at the
No
top,
shrubs.
down a little bit.
Pasture color.
The green button.
Next
Oh
to
yeah,
curve.
yeah, yeah,
Right,
shrubs, yeah. So you take it like this and you just draw out where the shrubs are, and then boom, it's got them like, it's got like the whole shrub situation. It's got them like that, and then let's see what he's talking about. I mean, that looks super cool. And then if you take the what was I gonna do here? You said
You're
if you
gonna add
edit and you
something?
take them
Edit
all
and-
like this.
Yep, there you go. Now you just selected them all, so you could change your color pattern. You can just like that. You change it to red, white, and green, right? Like you're changing them all. You could change your bulb sizing, bulb spacing that way too. All with the click of a button. We used to have this change or apply color changes button. I'm trying to reduce the clicks, right? It's weird when you're in the busy season. Clicks count, right? You can just select different patterns, and there you go. You can do up to 5 different colors and a bunch of different patterns, which is the things people were asking for mid-season. I didn't have the time to build, so I spent my off season making sure you guys are ready for this season.
Yeah, sharpening the sword. I like it. I
That's
like
great.
it.
Oh, and
Yeah.
there's this, if you want more room visibility too, there's a little slider now that will collapse that left sidebar, just in case you wanted to kind of have more room
which
for
one is it?
design.
Right
it's
here?
right there. Yeah. So that gives you, it works, especially on a tablet, right? Desktop, you got plenty of room, but a tablet, you might want some extra spacing for the design. And if you want to show them your crop feature, your 16 by 9 aspect ratio on the top middle control, right above the peak right there. See them, that one. Click that guy, and you can drag and drop that wherever you want.
yeah.
It's only going to export what you drop. So yeah, there you go. There you go. And if you
There
click
you go.
download, it's going to only download what's
That.
captured inside that.
Yes, because what I do is I go into it and do like a. Are we still seeing it? Yeah. So I go down here to like I have a, what's it called, Strandr bottom, and then I just add it, and then it brings it right here, and then I just do like so it kind of brands it.
Yep.
So they don't show this to another company, or maybe they do, but
Yep.
it's like you thought you would put it here, and then you would export it, and the fucking thing wasn't in there. Because you didn't know what was being exported, but now I can do it like that and then
It's
send it.
all good. Yep.
Yeah, man. We're in there. We
Cool.
got it now, man. We got it now. Okay, look at that. He got some new stuff.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got some new stuff.
Been working my ass off, man. It's crazy because a lot of people request a lot of features when it's busy. So I saved every email. What ideas do people have? What can we do? And then I spent months sifting through those. And then I spent months executing on those and having phone calls and figuring out what's going on and how to make it better, man.
Yeah, I think also like when you're talking about permanent lighting, it's hard to do a Photoshop rendering of permanent lighting. So when you have the 3:3 ratio of the bulbs,
helps.
that looks more like permanent lighting.
100%. And that's where the AI enhancement, the Strandr AI is going to come in, because it will actually make it, when it launches, it's going to say, do you want to make this photorealistic for Christmas lights, or do you want to make it photorealistic because you're going to get the downcast and whatnot? That's going to look way different than the Christmas light bulb. So that's going to be fucking sweet.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's really good too because you can show your installer what you're supposed to install. Because if there's a language barrier, like if you live in Ohio, maybe there's not a language barrier, but if you live in Houston, there's a language barrier, and the picture speaks in any language. This is what I want. And when you and I were talking about the 2-and-2 ratio, is because sometimes the candy cane, it looks better with pure white than it does warm white. And you can show that with the Strandr or a photo rendering. And then if it's 2-2, it looks more like candy cane. But explaining this to anyone on the phone, because your customers don't know this stuff unless their neighbor has it or they know about it. But showing them, like, here's what it is with 2-2 ratio, and here's what it is without, or here's what it is with warm white, and here's your house with pure white. You can do it while you're on the phone with them. Like, I mean, that would take 10 minutes, but you got the deal closed with the colors already selected. Normally, what we do is we send them an estimate, and then they'll come back. Or they'll approve it, and then they go to the color selections, and then they're like, okay, I think I want to go with this and that, but the rendering you had initially on there is something that they didn't approve because they didn't approve the trees or they didn't approve the garage doors. They just want the roof line. So you're like, you don't want your installers to see this because that's not what we're doing. That was just my initial one. This one, it's so fast you can make another one like in just a few seconds.
So what we did is we solved that. There's a short-term solution for that, Ron, where you can actually go edit the original file, right? So what we came up with the short-term until we build a cloud-based solution is what we call a Strandr file, right? So you download the design for the customer, which is just an image file, like a PNG file. You can actually, if you see on the left side there, you'll see a button that says Save Project File. Saving the project file will save the photo exactly as it looks. So if you scroll down and click that white button that says Save Project File, it's between the red and the green, you just saved the Strandr file. Now, if you were to blow the design away and come back a week later because you want to make changes because they didn't approve the trees or they didn't improve whatever, you can now upload the Strandr file and it recreates the design for you. So you now have the same design. Another feature that we added in too is if you go to the very top, right above upload, or maybe right below upload, all the way to the top, you can name your file too. So underneath that button,
that's
you
way
can
better.
name it Miller, right? So now I'm trying to, not trying, I'm slowly pulling everything in to get it ready to go into the cloud.
Do you know why that is so needed?
Because it's a pain in the dick to remember which files belong to which person?
No, it's because when you take the photo rendering and you upload it to the customers, it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, AB 2, 3, 4, 6 image. Then you have to rename. You have to download them, then rename them.
Yeah.
So it says Susan Miller's house. So you grab that one, and then when you upload the image, the name of it says Susan Miller's house.
I told you I've been working. I forgot all about the name feature. Like literally, these are all the little enhancements. So if you name it Miller, it's going to save the design as Miller. And then if you don't have to save some people don't want to take the time to save a Strandr file. But if you want to save the project file, because you're the type that wants to nail it down so you can say, hey, I presented you with candy cane, but you actually want with warm white, just upload the Strandr file, make the changes just like you did earlier. Select all the bulbs and click warm white and you're done 2 seconds later and boom, you're all set.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, you see that, Bo?
Awesome. I did. I see it.
Yeah.
That's great.
You just click
don't
it
have to
on and say,
restart and keep going,
Miss
do it
Jane.
again.
You never have to restart again. There you go. 2 seconds later. There you go.
It's perfect.
Yeah. All right, cool. I'm thinking. I mean, this is like huge when you're installing, like, because most of the time our life is like, hey, boss, I got to the house and I need to know like what to do. It's like, well, can't you fucking read? I mean, it's all right there. Don't worry about the image. Look at the jobber notes and whatever that says, and it's like, but it doesn't translate the actual notes to Spanish.
Whatever. I spend so much time translating the jobs into Spanish.
It's a full-time job explaining how it's supposed to be done. When it's just faster, even if it's saved or not saved, just draw a picture of exactly how it's supposed to be and just do it like that.
Yep.
That works way better than, do you have a picture from last year of how it's supposed to be and all this stuff? And you're like,
crazy.
We do now because we have a system that has customer profiles and you can go in their profile and see the pictures from last year. Yep. But before that, you're like, dude, I got 800 pictures on my phone. How am I going to find Miss Betty's, from last year? There's just too much. But this one, you can create the image so fast, whether you upload it or create it yourself. I mean, what we're talking about in a matter of a minute or two.
It's insane. The whole goal is to be the easiest to use, which kind of means fastest, and most affordable software in the industry. And so I think
the most value.
100% affordable doesn't necessarily. Yeah, I would say the most valuable software in the industry because it's. I mean, speed matters, right? Like I didn't realize how when you take a year's worth of work and throw it into 4 months, I felt the pain of the contractors, right? So I'm trying to get ahead of it now so they have, like I said earlier, what they need when it's go time.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, it is all about speed. It's all about speed and efficiency, and it's about anything that's a wasted step needs to be out of there. And
it's interesting. Yeah. I look at the analytics and I could see that people have their virtual assistants in the Philippines, using the software to create the designs, and I'm all for it, right? Like it's easy enough for someone in a different country who may or may not even speak English that they're creating.
That's
designs.
Way more expensive though, right?
Born in the USA, you got to do it in the USA.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a USA product. That's what he's saying. Right. No tariffs are going to be included.
And there's
no $4.99 an hour for someone because. That shit, you could have a whole year's subscription for what it would cost you to have them do it for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, we use Strandr. I mean, here at Kingdom Christmas Lights, we use Strandr. And to be honest with you, the first beta year, there were some things that need to be improved. But like I said last year, Matt is actually actively, constantly listening and improving this thing. And I think that Strandr is the way to go. That's the way we went personally, and we do a lot. So we use Strandr, so that was really cool, and I'm glad to see that you made some improvements. The other thing is for a dad, like dad, I want to start a lemonade stand. You're like, all right, well, shit, I'm a computer programmer. I can actually do some Facebook posts. I could do some things. But like when your son wanted to get into the Christmas light business, the fact that you made this for him originally, that was the original thing.
Yep.
You did it for your son, so he would have this tool. And then it turned into a business. I can get behind that.
It was super cool to watch. Like I saw him have the epiphany, and then what was neat is I watched him use it without me giving him any instructions. He's 22 now. He literally, I said, my whole goal was, left column steps, step 1, step 2, step 3, and he just did it. Like I didn't have to tell him, hey, use this, use that. Here's what you need to do. And honestly, he's kind of my first beta tester even to this day. I'm like, hey, I just had this cropping feature. Hey, what do you think about this? He's like, yep, nope, yep. And then I want to give it to him, see, watch. I sit behind him. He's 6'6", so I have to go like this.
Oh, he's 6'6".
He's huge, yeah. 6'6", and I watch him use it.
He doesn't need a ladder, right?
No, I know. He had to get a lift because there was this roof that he didn't want to mess up today. But yeah, it's been a blast, man. It's been a fun journey. I love working with contractors. I previously owned a marketing agency. We generated water damage leads for water damage restoration contractors. Yeah. And it was a fun 7-8 year ride. I sold my equity stake to private equity. But I got to work with contractors every day. And what I like about it is they're like dudes like you and I. We're straight fucking shooters. We're going to tell you how it is. We're going to be real. We want to feed our family. We're family men generally. It's like we want to do what's right. And it's cool to be able to give back to the community in an easy and affordable way.
Well, tell me about this, because, a lot of people who are not in this industry, they learn quick that it's a real, Laura, what word am I trying to say? It's really cliquish.
Oh, yeah.
It's a real cliquish kind of industry. For being so niche and so small, you think people get along more, but it's really cliquish. And I know that you had to have had some kind of experience with you're not with the so-and-so rendering program, so therefore you're not friends with us because we're all together as friends or anything like that.
I ran into that when I was first launching, right? I get over eager and I'm trying to share, and it was like, I realized that they were in bed with somebody else. And, at one time, I don't play those games, right? I'm 49 years old. I'm like, dude, I don't play those games.
Oh my God, we're the same age. We're
We're both handsome. You just have more hair.
I mean, just we got everything working for us. You know what I mean?
Exactly. My back doesn't hurt at all today. But you at some point in time, you just cut out the bullshit, right? Like I hang out with cool people. I just want to if we're all kind of rowing in the same direction and working on the same goals, it's like, that's super fun. And you share shit with me, I don't even ask you. And it's like, it's surround yourself with good people. It's that old adage, like you're going to be like the 5 people you hang out with. So I don't want to hang out with people who gossip and do all the crazy bullshit. It's like, I don't have time for that. I'd rather deliver solutions and impact people's lives.
That's how you get paid. Providing solutions.
Amen. 100%. I've been reading your shit on LinkedIn. It's been really good, man. Because some of the things that we've mentioned in the show, I'm like, yeah, that was a recent LinkedIn post. I love the shit, man.
Yeah. I like giving back too. I mean, plus the off season is, you're sitting there working on processes, but you're sitting in front of I have a triple screen monitor plus a TV up top, and so you could do these little communicating with people, and it's almost like. It's weird having a following. Have you ever met somebody that recognized you because you own Strandr, since you've started it?
I did, because we went to North Carolina for that permanent light training. There were 2 guys there that were like, I use Strandr for their Christmas light side of the business, because a lot of Christmas light contractors, when their customers year 2, year 3, year 4 move away from Christmas lights and go to permanent lights. So you get people who start doing both Christmas and permanent lights. And they're like, you're the Strandr guy, aren't you? And that was it was my mini claim to fame, I suppose.
It's like, holy shit, someone actually knows who we are.
Yeah.
It's so great. Weird though, when it starts happening the first couple times, where someone starts telling you about you.
Yep.
And you're like, hey, you're Ron and Laura. And then you're like, yeah. And remember this? This was in 2020 or 19 or something. And then people are like, yeah, so I was listening to your podcast. So you guys just got back from doing this or that and stuff. And you guys, you just moved into this new house. And you're like, what? Who is this person?
Stop
and then
stalking me.
Yeah. And then when people start asking you, can I get a selfie with you? Isn't it?
Oh,
ever
wow.
happened?
Oh man, no,
Not yet?
not at all. Nobody
Not
wants
yet?
a picture with this guy.
Get out of here. Get out of
My
here.
wife runs a cleaning company. It's called Mom's Mop, right?
Yeah.
MOMS, Mop, MOP. And I run a lot of Facebook ads, right? So I'm constantly hammering our service area where she covers, and it's multiple counties. When we first launched that, people would be like, are you from Mom's Mop? Are you from Mom's Mop? Right? And it's funny because her face is on the website. Her face is in the ads. She's got a much prettier face than me. Way more hair.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
You set the bar so high, right? Anyway, but yeah, so they recognize Mom's Mop.
Yeah, all over the place. It was great. She's like, I was at Target today, and yeah.
Yeah,
I see you everywhere. That's what a tracking pixel does.
But you actually it grows from there, and then it's like, man, I get surprised anytime anyone knows who I am that I haven't met before.
Yeah. The interesting piece is that I haven't met. That's only happened to me the once in North Carolina, because a lot of times I'm working from my office, right? I got a home office.
Yeah, everybody knows me around here. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But out in the wild, only the one time, and it was 2 people. But the wife, she shops a lot, so she gets
out more than you. Yeah, she gets the exposure.
100%.
Yeah, out in the Target or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. What questions you have? You want to know if he was how he was in high school, right, Laura? You was a good student in high school, or what was Matt Staton in high school?
Man, so I was, let's see,
class clown.
Both, yeah. So I was just my family's wicked smart, and I was the dumb one in the family, but I still graduated with I was number 20th in my class out of 450 people. So I was smart, but just not as smart as my siblings. So you feel stupid even though you're not stupid, which is weird.
You set the bar high.
Yeah. So I was the littlest of 4, wicked smart, but I played football and all the other sports, wrestled a little bit, and played basketball when I was younger. Yeah, so I was the jock, but also had the brains too. So a little bit of everything.
Yeah, the full package. Yeah. So when did you cheese wagon, or did you get a car? What was going on? 9th grade, 10th grade? When did you get a car?
My first car was a $100 1983 Buick Regal. I shit you not, man. I bought that car. It was sweet. I was poor as shit growing up, right? So I always did a hustle. Like I said, I was going to do poop patrol to try to feed my kids, right? I shoveled driveways. You name it. I did concrete. I did construction as I got a little bit older. Waterproofing. Dug
Look at
holes
this
for
thing.
TV.
Looks like
Mine was baby blue, man. You know how many chicks love that car?
Oh yeah, that looks like the old Cutlass Supreme. Everybody had a Cutlass Supreme.
Dude, that thing was a tank. You would like had this much give in the steering wheel. Like literally, you could do this and it wouldn't move. It was wild. I would go around a turn and the gas tank looked like it was full, and then it looked like it was empty.
Oh,
it
dude,
was
those are the
$100.
good old. So how old were you when you got something like this?
I was 15 when I bought it and 16 when I drove it. So I got it like 6 months before my 16th birthday.
That's
and that thing was
impressive.
great. It was
Yeah,
great.
I know that's so strange that these 16-year-old kids have no drive to get a freaking car. I do not get that.
Dude, that was freedom for me. I mean, you can go anywhere you wanted, right? It was like, it was my first. I mean, I was driving when my parents weren't home in the driveway and stuff,
Yeah,
learning how to
picking up
drive
chicks.
stick shift. And
Yeah,
15, my sister was letting me borrow her car to go pick up chicks.
exactly.
Pick up her.
It looked like
Yeah,
this.
oh, it's just like that, man. It was great.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. All right. Yeah, that was the $100. Think about how old Matt is that cars cost $100 back then.
It was a great deal, man. I was poor.
Yeah, that was back like when you had the $5 fill-ups.
Oh, it was
You're
great,
like, man, I've done filled the car up twice today. And you're talking about I've done put $5 in it twice because that's five.
Yeah.
It was it was under $1 a gallon, like 99 cents a gallon.
I think when I was driving, I remember $2 because I remember a pack of smokes at the time were about $2, and gas was anywhere from $1.50 to $2, right?
Oh.
And it was like if I could get gas for $2, it was like great deal,
Oh yeah, I remember it was $1. Maybe it's because I was in Virginia, but like a pack of cigarettes was like $1. I never smoked till I got in the Air Force, but yeah, I mean I smoked, some other stuff in high school, but not cigarettes. So I joined the military because they like. They have like, everyone who wants to take a smoke break can stop doing this manual labor.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck, I'm going to go over there and like, I'll just pretend I'm smoking if someone's looking. And then it just turned into, I'm tired of bumming. I'm not a bum. I'll just buy the pack. And that turned into like 15 years of smoke, 25 years of smoking, which I don't do anymore. Yeah.
It creeps up on you, man. I was smoking for about 10 years. And then I was like, why am I smoking?
Yeah, no. So you had the car all through high school, so you were one of those guys. But what would you think about the kids that like you're a jock, right? You're playing football and your name's on the announcements because you did something maybe. But these kids got like these brand new cars. Like I see these kids now. Like number one, they don't have like the day I can get my license, I want it. I want a car. I don't give a shit if it has a steering wheel and four wheels, and it can go pick up chicks and go to parties on the weekends. That's what I want. Yep. And but now these kids are like 20 something and they're like still have no need for a car. It's like so foreign to me. Or I see these kids in high school and they got this $30,000 car that their parents gave them and they're driving to high school. It's like, what? It's like so foreign to me when I see this.
It is crazy to me. I would have taken a $30,000 car if my parents gave it to me, but I still would have driven it at 15, right? Like I remember. Here's a great joke. You got to pull this up. Look for the ugliest blue, super bright blue Yugo. And my parents, we were so poor, had one of these cars. And my joke is the best thing about a Yugo is that it had rear defrost. So if you're pushing it, your hands were warm. I was so embarrassed. Like the only car I wouldn't have taken was a Yugo because it was the ugliest piece of shit looking tin car. I think it cost my parents $5,000. Most cars at that time were going for 15 to 25. Like that was a Honda Accord style, right? 15 to 25, depending if you get the Civic or the Accord and it's got air conditioning or whatever, right? But this Yugo, and I hope you can find an ugly.
No, I got I think I have it. I think we're talking.
Dude, I was in seventh grade. Nightmares. Yep. So ours was like the brightest, ugliest blue. It wasn't even like it was the worst.
This one looks way nicer than the one that you had.
Oh my gosh, dude! It's so tinny. It was the worst piece of shit. So imagine you're in seventh grade. You just hit puberty, and all of a sudden, your girlfriend just walking you out. Your parents are coming, and all of a sudden, your parents are rolling up in this blue Yugo, and it's actually worse color blue than this. It's just it's horrible. It doesn't even matter. It's like still nightmares of this.
You're like, I'll just drive my $100 car. I don't need to borrow mom's car.
I know. I was like, I will walk home from school in seventh grade.
Yeah,
so
I don't care if it's 5 miles away. I'll walk. But this is what people drove back in the day. But you have to have at least one hubcap thing missing. At least one.
At
For
least.
sure.
Yeah, because
For sure.
Tyrone changed the tires on Mom's car and fucking forgot to put the hubcap things back on. So like two of them are missing, one on each side. You're like, just fucking take them all off. I mean, if we're gonna do it, just do it. Just do it. Just
Yep.
take
He
them
didn't,
all
he
off.
didn't
Yeah.
snap them on right. So
The
they fell
beauty
off on
beauty covers or whatever they're called.
Oh, I remember that. You could buy them at Kmart when Kmart was a thing, and you just buy those $20 snap-ons, and you're like, "Wow, my car looks so much better."
Yeah, dude. I'm definitely gonna pick up chicks with this now. Yeah. Yeah, I had a '78 Monte Carlo as my first car.
Nice.
And I was under the impression that there was like, it's a V8, so it's faster than a V6 or a V4. So I always wanted to race people in school, just because I'm very competitive like that. I play football also. And my grades sucked so bad I could only play football. My grades were too bad to play any other sport because by the time the first report card came out,
Yeah, I like
the
it,
season was
man.
pretty much over, right? But yeah, I thought like Octane, the STP Octane booster would make it faster, and I
Yep.
ended up fucking blowing up the
Oh.
car because I put too much Octane booster in when I was only filling up for $5.
Yeah.
And then you put a whole thing that's supposed to be for a full tank, but you're like,
Yep.
oh, fuck it, maybe it's gonna make it like super jet fuel or something.
Yeah.
And then ended up blowing up. And my dad was like, what happened with the car? And it was like, man, I have no idea. I get zero clue what happened, but that's what happened. But
I have
anyways,
no idea. I have no idea. I
No
put
clue.
37 of these bottles in there.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know where those beer bottles came from either. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. What it smells like? What in my car? I don't. I
Smells
don't,
like smoke. It wasn't me.
I mean,
My friend.
yeah.
I didn't do that.
I don't even smoke. It was probably
Yeah.
someone with me who did. Yeah. Yeah,
check my dad.
I think about that a lot too, because I used to think that I hated the air conditioning in the cars. See these older cars, you're like, man, I like the air conditioning, but it kind of makes me sick. I like to have the window down too, a little bit, get fresh air. And I didn't really put two and two together that my parents always smoked with the fucking windows up. So like you're in the car and they're like smoking, and then there's like little fucking ashtrays, bean bags or something in there, and then you got the fucking cigarette lighter. You push it in, then it pops out with too much force, and it like falls on the floor, and you like pick it up before it burns the car.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
like it has all these ashtrays, and I knew the Cadillac had the ashtrays in the back, but they would smoke in the car and like have the windows like barely like up, pretty much, and it's smoking. It was like it's probably because the air conditioning filter was blowing out all this secondhand smoke.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's why but I didn't even think about this until later on in life. I was like, no wonder I don't like the air conditions because with the fucking smoking with the windows up when I was younger.
Yep. Yep.
Explains everything.
100%, man. That's fucking great.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Anyway,
yeah.
taking a trip down the old school, but
I don't think they make cars with ashtrays in them anymore, do they? I don't even
or
know if that's a
cigarette
thing.
lighters. I
Yeah,
haven't
Yeah,
seen
or the cigarette lighters. I see them sometimes. They keep they converted them into outlets, right? Like you
Yeah.
can plug in
power
I don't
up.
even- yeah. That's trippy, man. I forgot
But it's
all
like
about-
a new car, like the 6-disc CD changer. That's not a thing. The ashtray is not a thing. But I think they still call it a cigarette lighter, even though they don't have the you push the cigarette lighter thing.
Yeah.
But
I
they
wonder if it
still
would
have
work
it.
if you bought a cigarette lighter. Can I
And just
put
put it
one
in
into the
there?
power and see if it? I don't know if it would do anything.
Yeah, the fucking thing was hot though. You don't touch that shit. with
Oh
your
man,
hand.
you do that one time.
Yeah.
One time, and you're like, okay, my thumb now has circles on it.
Yeah, exactly.
That coil gets real hot,
Yeah.
and you did it. Don't lie. Everyone did it.
Yeah,
once.
you only do that
And then
shit
you-
once though. It's like you have to tell
Yeah.
these kids like 20 times to do something. You don't have to tell them 20 times not to touch the stove because it's hot. You do that shit
Yep.
once, you learn. So,
Yep.
it's like you need to look at your teaching.
More pain.
Yeah, more
Pain's
pain
a great
equals
teacher.
more knowledge. Yeah. So, what questions do you have for Matt?
I
Because
don't know, you guys
the
are
whole
really
high school deal is
entertaining.
just
That
taking us
was
down the
super
wrong road.
entertaining. Cigarette lighters, smoking in the cars, driving around.
Yeah. So when
15.
did you finally get your shit together? Like when you're in high school, you're doing these things, but then you're like, you know what? Man, it's time to slow down, bud. You know, whatever this life you've been living, it's time to take it seriously. And then, because you obviously you're smart, you got into what, computer software? How did all that happen?
So man, my dad was a cop. So I went to college to become a cop, which is weird. But at the time, they started looking to see if you get looked at more if you had a college degree. So I went to a college for criminal justice. And I was kind of on the fence of what I do, and I was, young and drinking and partying and all the things. And I had a kid early, and I had 50-50 custody of my daughter. And it was this weird world where the judge basically said you can keep 50-50 custody or lose it if you continue to be a cop, because cops rotate shifts every month around us, so when you're on first shift, second shift, third shift. But I would lose 50-50 custody of my daughter. So I'm like, well, fuck that. I'd rather just have 50-50 custody of my daughter. So I'm like, what do I do next? So I went to law school for like 2 months, and I hated that. So then I'm like, well, what do I fucking do?
You'd be a great lawyer,
right?
dude.
Oh man, it was wild.
Fucking
it was fun.
public defender. You're like, here comes my public defender. I'm fucked.
Oh yeah, it's weird because I hated most I hated most cops because I was like, I hated the cops that were dicks. So I wanted to be a good cop, right? That actually helps people. You see it on TikTok or Twitter or whatever the fuck, where you see a good cop that's actually helping the community, right? But cops deal with the shittiest of things all day long. So I understand why
the worst of everybody.
It's horrible. My dad did that shit for 30 years, right? It's a very thankless job. So I didn't want to be a cop. I didn't want to be an attorney. So I'm like, what the fuck do I do? So I went into insurance sales, and I started learning web design, and I kind of started selling websites years and years ago. And I've just always loved to kind of solve business problems with technology, right? Like, how can I improve business, with technology? Got into marketing, from running Google ads to you name it. And it just kind of grew from there. But I was I was in my late 20s before I finally woke the fuck up and quit doing the dumb shit. Like, if I could go back, I would be like, okay, have your fun until you're about 23 and then get your shit together. I was probably 28 until I finally was like, I can't keep living like I'm 21.
40,
no, I had my shit together, and then I messed it up. Then I got my shit together, and I messed it up. Then I got something really good going on. Then I messed that up. I mean, it was just constantly another trip around the block, like not going forward, just another 100%. Trip around the block to learn a lesson that you already learned before. And it's like discipline. And I think alcohol, to be perfectly honest, when I think about all the mistakes I made back in life, I think if I would have removed the alcohol part, probably would have saved me a lot of trouble or a lot of stress and trauma.
I couldn't agree anymore, right? Like, even if it's just the fact for me,
not that I'm like an advocate to quit drinking. I'm just saying
for me it slowed me down. I'd have 3-day hangovers. Well, when I'm not doing anything,
3-day hangover.
Well, seriously, when I ain't doing shit for 3 days, that means the business ain't moving forward, right? No. So you're like, oh fuck, I was out partying hard on Friday and Saturday. I ain't productive until Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't want to follow up with a lead. It's all those things, right? You're like, I guess I probably shouldn't drink like I'm 21 again, So I had
but it was a good time.
Yeah, it was a great time. The parts that I remember, the parts that I don't were probably better. But yeah, man, it's you're fucking young. You live and you learn, and you hope you don't make the same mistakes.
But I tell you what, something I was telling Laura about this the other day. Something different about this generation versus when we came up is there wasn't cell phones, and there wasn't people that were taking videos, and there wasn't, I was dumb when I said that, but now there's a record. Like, do you remember back in this year, on this month, on this date, at this exact time, you said this, and then now you're doing this? Like, you really need to be careful because everyone's recording every freaking thing that you do, whether it's your Facebook post or anything. Like, now the microscope is so much on you, and I can only imagine like cyberbullying, like in high school.
Dude, that's insane.
Jenny, she's a this and that or whatever. Like, now, like, the whole fucking school knows about it, not just, Mr. Motormouth Social Butterfly. So the world has changed a lot since we went through, but I'm kind of glad we got to get some of those wild oats before the cameras started popping up.
I am too, man. It's insane. I'd been in jail, be like, you did what? And I'm like, you can't really deny video.
It's like,
we were
I
the
guess.
feral generation.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you think that was
I think we were the last generation that could do that shit, right? We were like the last generation to get away with,
Yeah,
the
like
millennials and
now,
whatever.
like the presidents, for example, like Bill Clinton, like I did not have sexual relations with that woman. You're like, so what woman, or what's his definition? Like now, like everyone would have videos and all kinds of other shit. Like you can't get away with some of these lies like they did
Yeah.
back in the day. Now people, I mean, it's so easy to find any kind of information, especially now with AI,
Yeah.
that you really need to be careful about what you put on the internet and how you carry yourself, because a later version or older, more mature version of you will look back and say, fuck, I should never did that. And you can't erase it. It's there forever now.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. So yeah, it's definitely cool to see. I wonder, like, I also see though, like, for example, you're a software person, you learned websites, and it took so long to do something and so many details. You had to fucking like dive in there. But now people can do it like in seconds, with this new AI. And it's like, do you realize the advantage you have in the 20s that it took me years and years and years to get there, and you can bridge the gap in just days?
It's
That part
insane.
right there, it's like, if you only knew how much work it took, like a newspaper editor, it's like, fucking, you don't even need none of those people. Like AI takes their job.
Yep.
Just shit
It's
like
insane, man, to think how AI is coming into the marketplace. I still think what separates most people is execution, though. It's I need to take massive action and I need to do all the things. And then it's also sales and marketing. You could have the best software in the world. It could literally be a trillion times better than your competitor. But if you don't fucking execute on the plan, as well as implement your sales and marketing strategies and, all the things that go into that, if nobody knows about it, it's not helping anybody.
All right, Laura. Laura's, I always ask her, like, do you have any questions? Because I feel like I do all the talking. But then she has like 15 questions written down, and I've only heard one.
You've covered most of the stuff I was going to ask.
All right.
You covered the side hustles. You covered the...
Just ask him a question.
I'm looking here. What else I had?
Yeah. So anyway, AI's good with that too. Hey, Matt Staton's coming on the show. What questions should I ask him? It'll pop out like 50 of them, and it's like, yeah. Or if you don't have any questions from the audience, it'll give you some good questions. Straight shooters, yeah. You know what I'm saying. But anyway, so yeah, man, I do appreciate you definitely coming on here and talking with you and stuff like that. The thing I think is the most interesting is that when I look at dads, my dad was a milkman. Yeah, I became a milkman too. Like my dad, I was a 4th generation milkman, and that's what I did. And it was nice to learn that kind of work ethic. But I always wonder, like my next door neighbor, his dad was into computers and computer programming and model airplanes and fucking video games, and he made that shit, and that's what he did for a living. I was always jealous. Not that my dad's like the greatest example of what a real man looks like, especially in that generation of work for a company for 30 years and always show up on time and always be the man you say you're going to be and retire and get it. That was like the example of my mom and dad, and the whole family stayed married forever. No one ever got divorced. Like that was a great example, but I was still jealous, like blondes want to be brunette kind of thing. Like my next door neighbor, I'm like, I wish my fucking dad would have been like some business person that could have taught me business and helped me out with business and made me think like that at a younger age. Maybe my life would have been different, but I don't know. I'm not complaining. I had a great dad. But I do look at that. Like I look at guys like you and maybe guys like who I am today, that the kids get to see a business dad that teaches those things. I think it kind of breaks the generational curse of, just things like that. But
yeah, man, I think that's all crazy stuff to ponder. Like my dad was not business oriented at all. I remember one time he tried to resell chinchillas, whatever the fuck those things are, right?
My grandfather did that too.
That's crazy. I just remember we had a bedroom. There was 6 of us in a house, and one bedroom was now a chinchilla den thing. I'm like, what the fuck is a chinchilla? They look like raccoons. I don't even know what they really are. I have no idea. I was little. My grandfather had these crazy ideas, and he was like an inventor type guy, but he didn't take anything to market. So he would bitch that GE stole his product, and he worked for GE. He did a whole bunch of stuff. He was the most, I remember he was like
a mouse or something.
Yeah. Isn't it trippy? It's scary when you're little. You're like, what is this big thing in my used to be bedroom? Weird story, man. I kid you not. We tell these stories to this day. But my grandfather, he always had crazy ideas. And he just didn't execute. He would be like, oh, I had this idea. And so that's kind of where I kind of got my first taste. And the reality for me is being poor. We were dirt poor. There was one from my dad, and he was a cop. 30 grand, 40 grand a year, feeding a family of 6. We had a fucking Yugo that should show you. My first car was $100.
Yeah.
Feeling the pain of being poor. I remember I had $20 shoe allowance for shoes, and my friends in 7th grade.
Jordache.
Dude, yeah, Jordan.
Like, Dad, why can't I get the Nikes? Like, do you know how much them fucking things cost?
He told me I could.
No.
He told me that I could if I go make the supplemental money.
Oh.
And I'm like, I got to go mow 2 big lawns to go get those Jordans. So I didn't want to go try to pick up that chick wearing my Jordache.
Yeah,
I go get the Jordans, man. Some crazy fucking
dude. I had to fucking my parents like, well, look, you can get 2 pairs of Jordache for the cost of that. So the 2 pairs of Jordache, and then my uncle would always fucking step on someone's shoes when they're new, just that type of fucking dumbass shit. But my parents, I was like, Dad, I really, Mom, Dad, I really want to like make the football team because I feel like I can be good in football, and I played football my whole life. But now that I'm like in this middle school, high school, it's like a whole different thing. So my mom was like, all right, look, if you make the team, I'll buy you some cleats. So I'm like, I'm out there with my fucking Jordache trying to make the team. Everybody's got cleats.
Sliding on everything.
It's like, well, my mom said if I made the team, then she would get me. I mean, it's just like, just nothing but confidence coming out of me.
Yes.
If I make the team, like,
if you make the team, thanks, man.
Yeah. Then she'll get me some cleats.
We'll say my dad never skimped on sports shit. My sister was the oldest sibling, and she had gotten a full ride scholarship for basketball, D1 scholarship to Marist College in Poughkeepsie, New York. I would have Nike spikes in DoorDash, not DoorDash, the fucking Jordache shoes.
Jordache, yeah.
Yeah, Jordache, because for personal attire, cheap. For sport, it was weird. Not anything. I had hand-me-down bats or bats we found that somebody left at the field, which means you're stealing, essentially, I guess. Someone left a bat. That's mass.
Yay, finders keepers. Yeah, that was
it's been here for 3 days.
Yeah.
Been here for 3 days and finders keepers.
Yeah, if you don't claim it in a couple of days, that's community
I'm just
property.
holding it for you.
Yeah, we donate that to the homeless or me. Yeah.
Oh, good times, brother. Good times.
Yeah, man. So like Matt grew up like I tell you what, when you don't have means, it makes you more creative, and it brings in that hunger in you that you're going to get it. And the fact that you don't have money is not an excuse. You're going to fucking figure it out. And that is a good lesson because, a lot of kids, they're so entitled. You're like, I just don't see how you would make it you would obviously have to figure it out, but, especially some of these young ladies that, everything has to be this, designer, this and that. It's like you're living in a false reality.
I'm spending $300 a month at the age of 20 on Starbucks, and you're like, the fuck you are? Yeah. Dude, make a Keurig or something, right? We didn't have Keurigs even back in the day, right?
No.
Dude, make a cheap cup of coffee for fun.
It's crazy. But, it's just like people just, they're domesticated.
It's insane, man.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, that's that. So that's who Matt is, and kind of how he grew up, and he didn't grow up with the silver spoon in his mouth. It doesn't sound like.
It's why I wear fucking jeans and t-shirts, man. It reminds me of who the fuck I am, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm just me. I don't want to. I got blessed throughout this life, and I can afford nicer things, but I feel most comfortable.
Yeah, I got my Golf of America shirt.
There you go, brother. There you go. My Metro Parks, so I can go hiking in the Metro Parks shirt.
yeah, exactly. It's just like I tell her, it's like I don't even care if what I look like or what clothes I'm wearing, or if I'm wearing these shorts from Walmart, unless I'm going out somewhere where I'm trying to say I'm a successful business partner, and I want you to notice that about me. Other than that, if you see me any other way, care less. Just no concern about people's opinion of me or how I'm dressed.
Isn't it great? It's liberating not to have to worry about that bullshit.
Yeah, it's like you want to put on a tie. It's like tie. No, no. I mean, is somebody dead or something, or getting married?
That's the only time I wear one.
Yeah, exactly.
Funerals and weddings.
Which same thing. Stand-up funeral. Yeah. All right. Well, what question? Did you find a question yet,
No,
Lyra?
I'm good. I'm done.
All right. So you have Strandr. You have the
Lights Local.
You have the Lights Local, which is
Insure, which is part of Strandr too.
You have Insure. Yeah, you have Insure. So it does the measurement thing. And then you also had like some Facebook ads. Like if you want to do marketing, you kind of pepper people with that. Yeah. And so all of those things, eventually it's going to make it into an ecosystem, right?
That's the whole goal, man. It's trying to help people where they're at in their kind of business plan and fill the gaps as much as possible.
Hell yeah, I did. Well, hey, man, I appreciate your friendship and going down through it. And sometimes I'll tell Laura, I said, you're never gonna guess what I did this morning. And then she's like, what? I woke up and I just called Matt or messaged Matt and let him have it. And she was like, what? Oh, I told him he's gonna fix this shit today and this, like just out of the blue. And she's like, I was like, do you believe I said that? And she goes, yeah, I do. I just can't believe you. I just can't believe you do that. Am I right though?
I fucking love it, man. Because we're straight shooters, dude. Why do you gotta sugarcoat shit? You think I was butthurt? You think I was like, Ron really wants this cropping thing? I'm like, no, man, that's what friends do. If I had a booger in my nose, you would tell me about it. You're not gonna just let me keep walking.
Yeah.
Go get that thing out of your nose.
Yeah, and you're like, nah, man, like over text message, nah, man, we've already had a couple people mention that, but not enough people's interested, so we're not gonna do it. And I'm like, man, fuck this. I'm on the phone. Hey, man, no, you don't understand what I'm saying.
But guess what? Most people today don't even have the balls to answer the phone. I'm like, I want to hear what he fucking has to say. And we talked through it. It was like, oh yeah, it does make sense. It blows me away, these new generation kids who don't even want to have a phone call. It's like, dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. It's when you're hiring, like, there's 95 people who filled out a job application and one person took the initiative to actually call and say, hey, I heard you guys are hiring. Can I ask more about it or whatever? Like they're like not wanting to pick up the phone. It's like crazy. Yeah. Especially if it's something important.
Yep.
That just is beside myself about that. But anyway, yeah. So you got the Strandr going. We got the 5-year plan answered, right? He has no plan for 5 years. I'm joking.
Shooting from the hip. I'm shooting from the hip.
But he's got the Strandr, the Insure, the Facebook things. Now he's got looks like you can pay to get into this, or you have a free listing, or you can pay for an enhanced listing for this business directory, and that should open up doors for a lot of stuff.
Amen, man. It is. It's starting to grow and having a blast doing it, man. Appreciate you guys having me on.
Well, you're a fantastic human being, man. I enjoy our conversations. I really do. And
always.
Yeah. Oh, there is one thing I need you to say though.
Uh-oh.
This is like the one thing that I needed you to say, and it's all about me, not about you. But yeah. But basically, I was just saying, I said, you know what? Matt brought this thing to market, and we put him onto the Christmas Light Installers Mastermind. I tried to push it, and then I started seeing, I know you were paying a lot of money in Facebook ads and shit like that, but then I started seeing that there was people like mentioning it all over the place, and I said, I think I played a little hand in that. And now when I get Matt on this podcast next year, whenever that is, I want to hear him say how being on the Christmas Light Installers Mastermind helped out his business. I would love to hear that.
Ridiculously good, right? So I believe I've thanked you in the past, but I will thank you again. Being in front of your audience, which you're out there giving to people for free, right? Like you're out there constantly. This is helping people. It was ridiculously awesome because they know, like, and trust you. You want to surround people that know, like, and trust you. And then when you're kind of advocating on my behalf, it brought people into the ecosystem, right? Yes, I ran Facebook ads, but where did they hear it first to start Googling Strandr to then go to it? And then I could retarget those and I could build lookalike audiences to go retarget more people that look like those. And then pretty soon you start to see, to your point, you hear one person say Strandr, then you hear another person say Strandr, and it's becomes like an echo chamber of Strandr. And I shit you not, I told you were the first person I spoke with. You were just kind of cool, straight shooter. I remember it to this day. I was on vacation, kind of like a little excursion with the wife and family. And all of a sudden you're like, hey, you want to have a phone call? I'm like, finally, a fucking dude who wants to have a phone call. And we jumped on and shot the shit for 45 minutes.
While you're on vacation.
But a lot of people don't do that. It's like, it ain't work if it's fun, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But anyway, I appreciate it, man. It was super, super helpful. I learned a fuck ton too. So I wasn't in it just to get something to grow the business. I really wanted to learn how to help people and understand the industry. So I've installed a little bit with my son. I'm not an installer, right? Like, sure. I don't need to be an installer to understand software.
Not yet.
Not yet. My son did ask me if I go help him today, but I was swamped. I'm like, man.
Yeah, I got this podcast.
Yeah, I'm like, I got a crazy day. But I went to
email.
I got 7 emails I need to draft.
You know, it can only be done from a desktop. Sorry, I got to stay here.
Yeah, exactly. I'll put the design together for you.
Yeah. I'll design the software. You can do it yourself. You know, teach them how to
Dude,
fish.
I fucking do appreciate you. It really helped things get moving in the right direction.
Good. Well, hopefully 2026 is moving in a bigger direction. And hopefully, since the first year got people interested, the next projection for 2026 should be what, double?
That's my goal, brother. Double. Why not? Set big goals,
Yep.
Yeah, I don't even think it's that big of a goal. Now that you have awareness and you have people actual real companies that are using it, successful companies that are saying, I'm successful and this is what I use. Now that you have more people who have that same story, you think it would grow a lot faster than the first year.
That's it, brother. That's the goal.
So, yeah, we got your back, man. We're behind you, Matt Staton from Strandr. Any final words?
Thanks for having me, guys. I fucking hope you have a great weekend.
All right, man. Peace, man. Happy Memorial Day.
Yep. Peace out.
All right, Doc. Later. What do you think, Lyra? We got Matt on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
He was talking about the old, he had an old piece of crap car going in high school. Laura had a piece of crap car. What kind of car did you have, Laura?
I didn't get my piece of crap car till after I graduated. I was cheese wagon all the way. So after I graduated from high school, my dad's admin at his office was selling her 83 Camaro, and that's what I bought, and it needed a new water pump in it. So 83 Camaro, $300, and a water pump.
An 83 Camaro. What color was it?
It was navy blue.
Navy blue.
And then I had it for like a year, almost 2 years, and then my brother and his best friend decided to play Dukes of Hazzards on the bayou.
You never let your brother borrow a vehicle. Your mom learned that even recently.
It
wrecked
wasn't
her
a
car.
Z28. It was.
Oh, it wasn't
it was
this
more.
one.
I don't know, more roundy.
Yeah.
But I always wanted one. But that's what I could get. Yeah. And then I got after that I got the Mitsubishi Mirage after that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
The
but that
I had a
wasn't-
Mitsubishi Eclipse.
It was
The hatchback joint.
it was a hatchback. It was definitely a hoopty slide the seat up, and yeah, it was.
Well, I couldn't believe in the little wrap up here, I can't believe Matt said that his parents had a Yugo, and he was driving $100 like little Cutlass Supreme looking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My parents had the white van, so we had the van, but the embarrassing car was
The Uncle Touchy's basement giving out free candy white van.
it kind of looked like it, yeah. But then
Yeah.
they also had the Lincoln Continental. It was like a boat. It was gigantic and it was bright blue, and we have all piled in there like a bunch of clowns because it was so many of us back before seatbelts were.
I forgot to tell Matt that he said that he is definitely going to be at the 2026 Christmas Contractor kickoff.
Oh yeah.
And I forgot to ask him. I forgot to mention that to him, that he said he was going to be there. But you can be there because everyone else is going to be there, and this is going to be the biggest year for Kingdom Christmas lights. It seems like every year is, but. If you go to ChristmasContractor.com right now, you'll see the 2026 ChristmasContractor.com season kickoff is already there. You can get your standard contractor pass. You can see that here, or you can get a team growth. So it's like for a team up to 3 people, you can bring just for like $100, $200 more. You can get the VIP pass, the VIP experience, and I can explain to you what that means. With some demo kits and some other stuff, or the VIP pass, be a personal guest of Ron and Laura from Kingdom Christmas Lights and ChristmasContractor.com. And you can, if you have an Airbnb and you want to stay in the lake house with a bunch of people right on Lake Conroe, for a little $999 action, includes all the food and the stay and everything for 3 days. So it's a hell of a deal. Nice, beautiful lake house. And that is the packages that we have for people who are coming into town. And we have the VIP passes. We'll pick you up from the airport.
Oh, fun times.
Pick you up from the airport.
You get to pick me or Ron at the airport.
So, but anyway, that's how it is. Like, we're not that big. We're like kind of small potatoes in comparison to some of these guys. And we live so far from the airport. There is no, let me take an Uber to your house. It would be like, damn, that's a $200 Uber. Anyway, so we figure out a way with someone. We pick you up from the airport, and we have a family type of, when we get together, it's more of a family type of atmosphere. And anyone who's come to visit us, they're all saying the same thing. It's like, just their hospitality is like second to none. We have great food. Last year we had Brandon Kalaya. He had a barbecue cooking class during the breaks. He was doing barbecue cooking class. So you can leave the Christmas light training, barbecue cooking class. He taught you how to do chicken, backyard chicken and stuff.
And ribs. We talked
Ribs.
about ribs too.
They do it like right there while the class is going. And then when you take breaks, he's doing schools. Okay, here's how you do this. Here's how you prepare this. And then we ended up having a fantastic lunch the next day.
Both days. We had chicken, and then another day we had the
he had the whole lunch, and after lunch he had all that done. But then the next day we had it's a chain restaurant, but it's this very nice Mexican restaurant called Lupe Tortilla. And Lupe Tortilla, we had that catered. Huh?
That was for the other training.
Oh, that was for the other training.
He and I made the pulled pork the day before, and then we did pulled pork the second day.
Oh, so it was all barbecue the first time, but
barbecue.
the permanent lighting one we had.
Lupe Tortilla.
But that was only the second day. The first day was something else. Oh no, it was Lupe Tortilla the first day, and the second day we went out on the field. It was pizzas.
Yeah.
From Pizza Hut, I thought it was.
Yes, I had them delivered at the training.
That was the first time I've had Pizza Hut in like forever.
I know. That's the first time I haven't had pizza in quite a while. Real pizza.
All right, so what's going on
pizza.
in Kingdom, babe? What's going on with Kingdom?
Well, you have a lot going on. Right now, Ron's dedicating himself to the computer and work, and I'm dedicating myself to personal business, like remodeling the house and getting the kids through their homeschool session.
Yeah.
We're not close to summer break yet. Everybody else is having their last week of school, and we still have a couple months left.
Yeah, and one thing you'll learn about me, is I'm not smarter than you, maybe. And I'm just a harder worker, and I'll just outwork you. I mean, I might not be the most talented and the smartest person on the planet, but AI is like my superpower. But I'll just sit there and put the hours in and outwork you when it comes to office stuff. And that's the reason why we found so much success. And like Matt was talking about, it comes from a poor man mentality that you have to go out there and work harder than everyone else to get equal results because you're not as talented in whatever areas, but you can just outwork someone, and that's me. I feel like I can outsell in someone. I can outwork them. Like maybe you might be able to sprint past me, but I will eventually always pass you because I could sit there and work for such long hours, long periods of time, and not lose enthusiasm. And that's what makes us so successful, that we can do that in the off season when the demand and the stress and the deadlines aren't there. Mm-hmm. So that's what I do. But Laura's been doing a hell of a job. If you see this wall behind me is red. We got the bathroom floors all fixed and re-leveled and put down, and new mirrors and dual vanity sinks, and this whole place. We got new air conditioning systems and 8 different air conditioner units and all this crap. We got all kinds of projects going over here, and we got Tyrone is actually working full time for us and just fixing up the house.
He's helped a lot. He's very good. Like he's very good at painting, and we don't have to tape. There's no taping going on. We're really good at trim, and so I've got him doing.
Yeah,
trim
he's
today.
not good at preparing for paint. He's just good at just painting.
Yeah, he's very good at sheetrock repair too. That boy can.
Well, he's been getting a lot of. He's been getting a lot of
tape
like.
and floating is. It's all him right now.
Yeah, he's been getting a lot of practice, right, Laura? Because, like, for a kid that age, like foundation repair and putting these 50-ton jacks up under a house, and how to do foundation repair, and how to do air conditioning systems, and how to run a Christmas light business, or how to work employees and payroll. I mean, he's getting a lot of training that he never would have gotten in Ohio.
That's true.
Just hanging out.
Just a regular, normal 9-to-5 family. We're definitely not that. So we train up our kids big time.
Yeah. Now homeschool is taking a turn to learning how to work at the Christmas light industry.
Oh, they've been doing that forever, though. That's nothing new.
Yeah, but now it's into the curriculums, like the homeschool curriculums about Christmas stuff, and like science is like, hey, why don't we learn about these different types of plastics, and which ones are on this clip, and which ones are available, and why these plastics are stronger than those, and what's the difference? Like, if you're going to learn science that you're actually going to use, stuff like that, like stuff that you're going to apply to your life. Because when you're in school, you start asking, when the hell am I ever going to use this in a real life application? Like that is something you justify yourself to be lazy and not have to learn trigonometry and stuff. But the truth is, if you just teach them what they need to know, so when they turn 18, they can actually start making some money. I mean, that's your job as a parent, to have them prepared in that moment when they're 18 to go. And then once they get 18, you're like, shit, they still don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah.
So that's where Tyrone's at. But he's been learning a lot. And he's like 24 now.
Yeah, he is.
And the kid's getting a lot of experience for a
Yeah.
24-year-old.
He does have a lot of experience. I'm hoping the other two do the same.
Yeah, the other two have experience of just hiding from mom, sitting on the couch and
Oh, I
shit,
don't
and
know
looking
about
pretty when family comes over. But we're working on it.
They're doing good.
Yeah, in the next
I'm proud
5
of 'em.
years, they'll be working at the warehouse, and they'll be doing that. And
Yes, I can totally see that. I can see Levi being total straight up sales. Stella's going to be computer. I can
Office.
totally see all that stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
she's getting
family
into this
business.
stuff. Yeah, family business are all the way.
So we have a tight family, and to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like everyone that's connected with us in the Christmas industry is our extended family. Anyone who's customers or they have engaged themselves into our tight niche group, our family. We treat everyone like family who comes to visit us, or I pour out myself every single day with lessons and things like that onto the Christmas Site Installers Mastermind. I don't make any money for that. I mean, the people who, buy materials and stuff like that, we do make some money when we sell materials or when we, have customers who we install them. We appreciate all of them. But when we give back in the mastermind, this is just to give back. Like when we do this Christmas Light Installers Mastermind podcast, we don't make any money for this. No one pays us to be on the show. I mean, we might get a free membership or something, in exchange for it. But we do all this stuff for free. We do all this stuff because we have love for the industry. We love Christmas lights. And when you think Christmas lights, you think people who do the things that we do. It's not all about money. It's about people genuinely wanting to give back. And if you help enough people get what they want, eventually you'll get what you want. And that's just a proven fact. And we've helped a lot of people in the Christmas industry, and we'll continue to do that. Mm-hmm. So it's an honor for us to be able to give back and do this podcast. And we do appreciate Matt coming on today.
Yeah.
He's like such a cool person. Like when you listen to him talk, he doesn't have like I guess he could turn on the professional, if he had to, but he's a real down to earth kind of a contractor kind of dude, but he's like a computer nerd kind of guy too.
Yeah. I mean, he's serious.
Jock.
You guys actually
you learned today he's a jock in
yeah.
school. Yeah.
you guys hit all the stuff that I was going to ask. I was like, I mean, there was one question, but it was kind of dorky.
What was the question?
The last dorky question.
Did he have a full head of hair in high school? Is that what you're going to ask?
No. Is permanent lighting helping or hurting seasonal installers long term? And I was like, I don't want to ask that question.
He's not really in the Christmas business or something like that. He's living vicariously a little bit through.
Opinion. He's in it. He's talking to installers and that kind of stuff. The last year. So
yeah.
it's
What kind of what has he heard kind of from people who are interested in Strandr, but in the permanent lighting or the landscape? Has he had any interest in that kind of stuff or?
Right. I mean, it's,
that'd have been a good question to ask.
But
yeah.
It's all right.
Shit, we'll get it next time.
That's right. But everything else was hit. I mean, we talked about AI. We talked about, what he's done new, where he's the technology. You can already see where he's taken that. It was all of it.
I like what he said about the Strandr. He said too many people are trying to do too many things when people just want a simple solution of just this. I mean, I could add some other stuff into it, but if you poll a majority of people, they just want this, not 20 different programs built into one thing. They just want that one thing. And that was interesting information.
Yeah, that was great.
Mm-hmm.
It was very good.
So anyway, I enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, also remember to like and subscribe. Follow us. We're on every single Wednesday at 3 o'clock. We might do a few that are outside of that parameter. Like last week, unfortunately, I kind of missed the ball and didn't set up the correct microphones for my mixing board. I did the one from the computer, and we didn't have audio last week with the Christmas Light Academy and Michael Carey. And, and I think after that, we did a podcast the next day, and then Tyrone turned the fucking power off and all this shit. So it's been a weird week last week, but, just like I said, give us another chance. Like and subscribe. Follow us. Every Wednesday, we're live. And every single day in the Christmas Light Installers Mastermind, I give a tip. Today's tip, do you know what today's tip was, Laura?
Yeah, I mean, as soon as you say it, I'm going to remember it. But, yeah, I saw it.
Well, I just posted it recently.
It's something about definitely wasn't. Is the juice worth the squeeze, which is like one of my favorite ones. But you didn't say
No,
that.
it's. I'll pull it up right here. Let me share this tab instead. Okay,
Oh, shop your competitor. Yeah, I remember.
shop your competition. Shop your competition. Tell us about that one, Laura.
Is definitely something we did in early days. We haven't done it in a long time. You contact your competition and you find out what their pricing is and what their process is, and do they send follow-up emails? Do they follow up by phone?
Do they even answer the phone?
Do they answer the phone? That's a
Because
big one.
or how do they answer? Because some of them are like, yeah, uh huh, yeah. You're like, yes, I'm looking for a Christmas light estimate. Uh huh. Okay. Well, well, I mean, this is like exactly word for word like what the conversation is, and you're like, this person is not even prepared to even answer. Or they'll have it goes to a voicemail that says, due to spam calls and
Oh yeah, that one.
due to spam calls and other reasons why customers aren't actually calling, for these reasons, we
Just leave a message.
want you to just go send a text message so that way I can filter through the spam. Like that's like literally what the voicemail said. But
Or it says just send a picture of your house, and then that was it. Just if you want a Christmas light estimate, text a picture of your house. No.
and then they texted you the estimate. Like
Yeah.
we've seen that. And then we also seen some that were what other we've seen some that they did send us a nice estimate and it was a picture of our house and it said this year it cost that, and then below it says the second year the price will be this. It had it in writing and it was like that was cool. It's like
Yeah.
shit, we're not doing that. Some
back
people have to
then.
go out to your house, some didn't, but they would say, well, can you just tell me, is it like by the foot or is it this? And they're like, well, you could tell they didn't even know. And some of them did. And they're like, well, it's $6 a foot or whatever it was. But you got a chance to hear this is what your customers are dealing with. Most of these companies, if you call them all, most of them don't even answer the phone. So if you answer the phone, they might be calling them down the list. You might be answering the phone. You might be the first one that answers the phone.
Yeah.
And if you can't get them to make a buying decision while they're on the phone, who just gets one estimate and then leaves a message and say, okay, well, they'll call me back one day. Christmas is not like that. You need that shit right now. And you can't say, well, honey, did you take care of that? Yeah, I called one guy and left a message. That's not good enough. If you're the man of the house and you got to get the shit done, you need at least 3, and that's what it's in people's mind, 3 estimates. So you're going to call 3 different people, and if no one answers the phone, how can you say that you're done? You can't say that you actually talked to someone and you got it figured out, sweetie. I'm back to drinking beer, watching TV. You have to figure that problem out. So, definitely answer the phone. Most contractors do not answer the phone. Answer the phone when you get them on there. Explain to them what your service is and send them an estimate and close them while they're on the phone. They want to be closed down on the phone. They don't want to follow up 5-6 times. They want to be able to do it, and they want enough information that they can explain it to the other person who makes the buying decisions who's not on the phone with you. So if you tell them this big long spill that you tell every customer, they're not remembering that stuff. In your estimate has to explain everything you said in writing so they can see it. And the one where you do the options, having the clickable options where they can choose what options, not like, hey, Laura, I like this, but can you take off the archway, send it back to me, and then I'll approve it. If that's the case, it's all this extra work for no reason. It's way more time that you spend instead of you just unclick the option, it totals down what it is at the bottom. You click it, you're on the schedule, boom, you see it, you schedule it into a job. It's easy. That's what Jobber did for us, but I think there's a better way of doing it, but that one is way better than the way we did it with Google Sheets. And what was the final word of thought? If somebody is in their second year or third year of business and they did about 30, 40 properties last year, you did about 30, 40 properties last year. You have a decent sized business. You got a taste of it. You might not have charged right, or you did some things. But anyway, you have a business. It was pretty much you and maybe one helper. What advice would you have for someone who's trying to double their business in year 2?
I would say you need to get off the truck. I would say you need to hire a couple people and see if you can get off the truck and be available on the phone to do your estimates. I think that would be one of them. Getting more yard signs out, getting some more, get your name out there a little bit more would be another one. Look at your process. How are you doing your estimates? Are you being professional? Is that why you only had 30 houses last year, or is it just literally you got all the jobs that you got called upon?
Yeah.
Maybe?
I mean, you have to reverse engineer it.
Yeah.
If I did twice as many houses, what would I have to do? And if you're not on the truck, then you're paying for labor. So, basically running 2 crews or 3 crews is the same as you doing it by yourself. Because if you're doing it by yourself, you don't have to pay for the labor, so you make all the money. But if you're paying someone to do it, you're only making a small portion, so you have to do more crews working to justify you not being there. So you have to raise your prices, right, Jason? You have to raise your prices to justify the additional labor it takes, because you have to pay someone to go out there, you have to pay someone to go warranty it, you have to pay to go take it down, and you're paying for everything. You're paying for all of it, and so therefore your prices are adjusted. But if you're doing it yourself and someone goes, I'll give you $300, all you heard was $300. You didn't say, but you're going to provide the materials, right? And you're like, well, how much is it? $100 for materials, so 400. And so you do it for $400 when they already got quotes for $2,000, and you do it for $400. You're like, oh shit, they have a problem, and then you don't warranty it because there's no money in it. It's just your word, but there's no you didn't ask for any money for warranty. You didn't ask for any money for takedown. You just asked for enough money to install it with Home Depot or Home Depot type of lights, because you heard $400 and you didn't think through that. So I think that's a lot of people. But if you're going to double, you have to go to where you're trying to be. Like, what is your goal? And then figure out, this is what I'm going to do. How many properties do I need to do to hit that number? Or how many this or that? Like, figure it out and then reverse engineer it to, what would I need? How many positions would it take? How would I have to have my materials organized to do this? What time would people show up? What paperwork would they have to sign if they get hired here? All of that, you reverse engineer in the off season, and that's how you double. Or at least that's how you plan on doubling, right? Like, you must be Irish because when I look at you, it's Dublin. Right? Anyway, well, I'll let you make it on that one. I'll save you the details of that.
Good thing.
Yeah, and let's see. Do you think we can? Where's my outro video?
I don't know.
I think we need to play our song, our church song,
Okay.
and then we'll jump out of here. Which one is it? Video file. Say something good. Fill some time up, bro.
Okay. I'll fill up some time. So, what are you doing for Memorial Day? I don't know. What are you doing for Memorial Day? I don't know. I haven't set up the pool up because I took it down to clean it, and I still haven't done it yet because I'm too busy decorating and painting and fixing, and I'm about tired of taping and floating. just in case you were wondering, I don't want to see any more mud. I'm sick of it. Did you find it yet?
Yeah, it's called God something other, right?
It's called something.
Huh?
I don't remember what it's called.
God thing.
God thing. Yes.
It's a God thing.
You there? Or I say keep going.
Huh? It's a God thing. How come I'm not finding it? What's going on here?
I don't know. Anyway, do you have something else you can do an outro on?
Babe, we're going on God thing. What you mean?
Well, you said you couldn't find it, so I'm just asking a question. It's not difficult.
Oh, can you find it?
It's on your computer, not on mine.
It's on Google Photos.
Oh. I bet I can find it then.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's on the new album.
Well, then you should be able to pull it up. I think I saw that you got approved to be on Spotify, or
No,
some
we're all
kind
over.
of music,
We're all over
something
that.
for your album.
Yeah, we're all over the place.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it over here either.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I cannot believe it's not here. What the? Hold on.
Interesting.
You know what it is? It's
don't know.
under the Kingdom Radio folder, and then it's under the AI music playlist, and it's right there. I should have just did the long way. Anyway, love you guys. You guys have a great week. Definitely let's catch up and look for new announcements on what we're doing next week. You hear me?
I thought I lost it all. Then I found out God was still working. I thought I was done. He was just tearing down the old me. Yeah. It's a God thing, God thing, God thing, God thing. It's a God thing. It's a God thing. Came a long way, lost in my wrong lane, trapped in my own pain, broken the whole day, saved by a strong name. Look at me now, man, it's gotta be a God thing. It's a God thing, built from the floor, walked through the storm and came back with more, locked in a place where I couldn't ignore. God broke me down, just to build me for war. Yeah. Young in the circle with smoke in the air, jokes in the circle like nobody cared. Big came around in the cigarette shed, lost little kid acting grown and prepared. Then came the X and the coke and the broke. Then came the stress and the lies that I spoke. Then came the nights with no light and no hope, drowning in shame with my hands on my throat, chasing that high while my life went low, smiling outside while my soul moved slow, running from truth that I already know, digging a hole where the pain could grow. Had open doors but I walked past grace, had good people but I pushed that space, had real chances but I lost that race, had God calling but I hit my face. It's a God thing, came a long way, lost in my wrong lane, trapped in my own pain, broken the whole day, saved by a strong name. Look at me now, man, it's gotta be a God thing. It's a God thing, built from the floor, walked through the storm and came back with more, locked in a place where I couldn't ignore. God broke me down, just to build me for war. Yeah. Then came the rap group, soldiers for the Lord. People with less giving got so much more. Half what I had, but they praising the door. Made me look twice at the things I ignored. They had a smile with a little in hand. I had more stuff but could barely stand. They had peace that I couldn't understand. I had pride trying to ruin my plan. They thank God for the smallest thing. I sat back like, what kind of joy is this? They had light in the middle of struggle. I had darkness in the middle of gifts. God was showing me people with nothing still had everything deep in their soul. I was sitting there full of excuses, still too immature to let go. He whispered first, but I ran from the sound.
Grace reached out, but I kept looking down.
Truth stood close, but I kept moving around.
Till he shook my life,
And it all hit the ground. I had the chances, the door, and the time. Had all the warnings and still crossed the line. Had people praying and speaking life, but pride had me deaf in my soul and blind. Then prison came and the noise was still. Cold hard walls with a real hard chill. No more running from the truth I killed. Had to sit with the man I had built. Thought about days that I threw away. Thought about people I pushed away. Thought about prayers I refused to pray. Thought about God making one more way. Torn down low with my face in my hands. Broke down slow till I started to stand. Piece by piece he rebuilt this land. Grace got a hold and rewrote my plan. Now I look back and it blows my mind. Lost so much but I gained my spine. Wasted years but redeemed my time. God took the wreck and made purpose shine. It's a God thing, came a long way,
lost in my wrong lane,
trapped in my own pain,
broken the whole day,
saved by a strong name.
look at me now,
Man, he's gotta be a God thing.
it's a God thing.
Built from the floor, walked through the storm and came back with more, locked in a place where I couldn't ignore. God broke me down just to build me for war. It's a God thing, scars on display.
Pain in the past, but I'm here today.
Could have been gone, could have lost my way, but grace stepped in and called my name. I didn't get here by accident. I didn't rebuild this by myself. From the smoke to the broke, to the walls, to the calling. It's a God thing.
God thing,
Get busy.
it's a God thing.
Go! Get busy.